Hey, welcome back to another one. Y'all know I really like watches, and the past 6 months or so, I've been wearing the Garmin Fenix 7 Pro, which it's been an absolutely amazing watch. But as you guys know, I like new shiny things, so I just got this in the mail, which is the Garmin Instinct 3, the MIP display version with solar. I thought since this just came out, we could go ahead and unbox it, take a look at it. And then I wanted to compare it to the Garmin Fenix 7 because I see a lot of videos comparing it to the Fenix 8, but I just wanted to kind of compare and contrast the differences between this two, and then also kind of explain why I got the Instinct 3 to replace my Fenix 7. Because although the Instinct 3 is worse in a lot of ways and this is a more expensive watch, the Instinct 3 just kind of works better for my life. So I'll go over that in a minute. First, let's go ahead and crack this sucker open. I don't have a super professional unboxing area, so we're just going to do it on my MacBook. This is what the box looks like right here. I was actually thinking about getting like the, I forget what they call it, but it's like the teal color, but the black one looks pretty dang sick. So we're going to see how it looks in person. Nothing really too much going on here, so we're going to go ahead, crack this thing open. It's a box inside a box kind of thing, or a sleeve on a box, is the watch right here. That is what it looks like. Ooh, that thing looks good. It is, it's a lot different than what I have on right now, but it is a cool looking watch for sure. In the box, you just have the manual and a power cord, and then here's the watch itself right here. You can see what it looks like. It's a cool looking watch. So this is the 45 millimeter version, and I think the Fenixes come in 47 millimeters. So you can see size wise, a little bit of a comparison what they look like. The Fenix 7 is definitely bigger than the Instinct. Yeah, you can see that's actually a good amount bigger right there, how far it comes down. That's what the backs looks like. Of course, this is just a lot nicer watch. It's metal, so it's titanium on it, sapphire glass and everything. This is a lot cheaper watch, but I think I've already set this thing up just for sake of convenience, and you can see the difference. There are several differences that actually compel me to want this version more than this. So let's go ahead and compare a little bit and some differences that I noticed, and then I'll tell you why I'm going to wear this one instead of this one. So some of the main differences I noticed between these two watches is, of course, the Fenix 7 is a lot heavier. Like, it literally feels twice as heavy. Like, when you have this on your wrist, you know it's on your wrist. When you have this on your wrist, you barely even, like, I actually kind of forgot it was on because I'm used to wearing this one, so this one felt super light, which is a nice change, I will say, especially when you're surfing and doing active stuff. It's nice not to have a clunky watch that's on your wrist, although this one's not really that bad. One thing that I think is kind of a big deal that I noticed is visibility. So if you look at these two watches here, I'm pretty sure the camera will pick it up, but this one, it's a lot harder to see the screen on the Fenix 7 than it is the Instinct 3. There's a few reasons for that. So this one has like a colored pixel display. For some reason means it's a little bit darker. I don't know why it's like a little bit less contrasty. The Instinct 3 is just limited to like a straight like white and black display, which makes it look more like a generic watch, but it's a lot more visible, especially when you start to get in like a little bit darkened conditions. I always have to turn the black backlight on this one to view it, but you can see that's what it looks like with the backlight. You can see it just fine, but without it, yeah, it's really hard to see. When this one, I found I wasn't really turning the backlight on at all because I could see it most of the time, and then if you do need the backlight, it's right there. But yeah, this thing's way more visible, which is super nice for just like daily use. Now this one's not hard to turn on the backlight because it has a really great feature that the Instinct 3 doesn't have, and that is a touchscreen. So the Fenix 7 has a touchscreen, so you can scroll through all kinds of stuff and do everything on the interface without using the buttons. With the Instinct 3, there is no touchscreen at all, so if you want the light to come on, that's not going to work. You have to tap the button for the light to come on or just do an action. So that is something that you don't have with the Instinct 3. Most people will probably view that as a downside. I actually noticed the touchscreen, when it comes in contact with water, will start to scroll. So constantly, they're probably not even set up right now. No, they're not at all. All this menu stuff down here, it's like never what I want it to be because water keeps getting on it and going down to the bottom where it says like edit and then just like mess up everything on the watch. So I'm actually kind of glad that this one's not a touchscreen because then I don't have to worry about this watch constantly getting messed up. Now, a difference that I actually haven't seen anyone on the internet talk about is they both have flashlights, of course. But I noticed that the Fenix 7, I'm assuming the Fenix 8 also has a slightly brighter flashlight. I don't know if I can really give you an accurate comparison, but I would, like, if I'm giving like percentages, I would say this one's like probably like 30% brighter. I did notice actually a really big difference. I mean, this one's still plenty bright, like you're not gonna not be able to see anything, but I did just think that was kind of interesting is the flashlight is not as good on the Instinct 3, which I was thinking they'd be the same, but that's not the case. They do have different heart rate sensors, which you can see. This one's like the Gen 4 and this one's the Gen 5. I don't know a whole lot about them. All I know is this one does like ECGs, or however you say that. I don't care about any of that kind of stuff. I don't even look at my heart rate really. But this one does have a newer sensor if you are worried about that. These generally have all the same features when it comes to like workouts and stuff. It's all pretty much the same. It's just, as you can see, the interface is going to look a lot different between the different watches. This one's just a very basic minimal watch, which for me is great because I really don't use any of the features that this Fenix 7 has. That's just me personally. Of course, I'll use it to track runs and do some activities, but I really just use it for time and the flashlight. Really, having a $900 watch isn't really necessary for me because this one tracks activities, tells me the time, and has almost just as good of a flashlight on it. And another thing that kind of compelled me to get the Instinct 3 over the Fenix 7 is the battery life on this supposedly is infinite. So I'm sure you guys know, but I really like to surf. So during the summer, I'm outside for hours every day. And this thing is advertised, at least, to, even in normal smartwatch mode, have infinite battery. So to be completely honest, I see like pretty different numbers than what they advertise like on the estimation of this watch. So I'll show you. With the battery saver off on the Instinct 3, it's estimating 11 days. Not infinite, but that's because I'm not getting sun. So I'm assuming if I get sun, it'll charge the watch enough to never run out of battery life, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you can even see it that well because the screen's so hard to see. But on the Fenix 7, it's saying in normal smartwatch mode, was at 18 days. So it's saying more days. When I put them into the battery saver modes, you can see that the Instinct 3 says like 21 days. And the Fenix 7 says around 30 days. When you're just looking at that, this one looks better, but the solar panel doesn't charge this one near as much. So this one, I mean, they advertise it as infinite. I'll have to test it, but to me, I just want to put a watch on and not worry about it. And then sometimes if I need a smartwatch, kick it into smartwatch mode. So that's why the Instinct 3 is a better watch for me, just personally. But hopefully this video helped to inform you guys of some of the differences and why you might want this one over this one. I mean, if you want just all the features and a cool, like, fancy looking titanium watch, I mean, this is definitely the watch. And this is objectively a better watch, but keep in mind, this one's still going for about $850 if you want it on Amazon, and this one's going for $399. So I mean, they're a lot different watches, but for me, the Instinct 3 works better. But anyway, hopefully you found this video helpful or at least interesting. And I may or may not have ordered the Twilight color in this also, so I might make a video if y'all want to see it of comparing the two colors in person, because I noticed the colors look a lot different than what they show on the Garmin website. So if y'all want to see that, let me know in the comments. But more goofy videos will be out soon, whether it's me talking about dumb products that no one cares about, or me and my friends filming dumb videos that no one cares about either. But nonetheless, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.